Aaron Pryor showing determination and perhaps putting the whammy on his challenger, Alexis Arguello. The champion is indeed ready. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape, and of course the taller Alexis Arguello, the challenger, with a slight reach advantage, which he hopes to use during the course of this evening's fight. The referee is Stanley Christodoulou from South Africa, and he has the fighters prepared for the first bell of the fight. 30-year-old Alexis Arguello, 27-year-old Aaron Pryor. Arguello coming in at 138.5, Pryor at 140. And as expected, Pryor throwing the first punches of the fight. Non-stop action from him at all times in black trunks with gold trim. The taller Alexis Arguello in blue velvet. A right hand scored by Arguello, the best punch of the early going. He wobbled Pryor. A right hand by Arguello. Pryor still on his feet, smiling back at Arguello now.
Tim, I've seen Pryor in previous fights. When he gets hit on the chin, he seems to be happy after he gets hit. We saw him get knocked down by Cervantes, and he was laughing and smiling. He was actually happy about it.
Was knocked down by Dewan Johnson. Another fight on CBS. Was knocked down by his last opponent, Akio Kameda of Japan. Went on to knock him down 5 times and score a knockout victory. Unbeaten in 31 fights with 29 knockouts, the best KO percentage in active boxing.
Well, Aaron has come out as predicted, non-stop punching, Tim.
Arguello jabbing and moving. Pryor reaching with that right hand. Landed an overhand right and backs up Arguello with a good combination.
Tim, he wobbled Arguello with that right hand.
Arguello with a left hand to the ear of Arguello. Pryor landing 2 good punches that wobbled Arguello. He's got him in trouble again.
Arguello's in trouble right now, Tim.
Aaron Pryor with a furious assault as expected. And again a good solid right hand to Arguello's face. Arguello looking a little desperate in the eye. Punching back, he's flat-footed right now.
Arguello was throwing a very slow left hook, Tim. Very slow. Never saw him so slow.
Under a minute to go in round number 1. Relentless pressure by Aaron Pryor.
Well, he certainly has Arguello's respect right now, Tim.
Right uppercut scored, or a leading right uppercut. You know to expect anything from Pryor. Now Arguello finally backs Pryor away. Punching from the rope, Pryor missed both of those. Under 30 seconds remaining in round 1. A left hook scored by Pryor. Pryor pounding away, and Arguello unable to land anything effective in that exchange.
And the surprising thing is that when Pryor punches, he puts his chin way up in the air. You think that Arguello would be able to nail him.
Final seconds of round number 1. Round number 2. The referee is Stanley Christodoulou. Aaron Pryor, the champion, in black. Alexis Arguello in blue. Arguello off balances. Pryor got the left in on him again.
Tim, Pryor came out of his corner as if to say, this is the last round. He really means business in this.
The referee and 2 judges will score at ringside on the 10-point must system. Nobody thinks that'll be necessary.
In Arguello's corner, they told him to use his jab, Tim, but so far he's just punching with Pryor. It's a punch-out.
He did just score a solid left jab, just after you said that, Gil.
At this moment, though, it's Pryor's hand speed that's the difference. Arguello's punching very, very slowly.
Arguello landed a right hand, but Pryor keeps coming right back to him.
Well, again, Tim, this is a case of a 140-pounder. He's in with a strong 140-pounder. Could have an effect. You know, when he was hitting those lighter guys, they would go. Hit Pryor with some pretty good punches, and nothing happened.
He has had only 1 fight at this weight. A knockout win over Kevin Rooney, but Kevin Rooney is not Aaron Pryor, but Arguello has scored a right hand. that hurt Pryor. Pryor leaned on him. Round 2 action scheduled for 15 from the Orange Bowl in Miami. The champion of the junior welterweights, WBA version, Aaron Pryor. The challenger is the WBC lightweight champion of the world, Alexis Arguello. Right hand lead scored by Pryor, digging underneath, blocked by the arms of Arguello.
You know, Pryor's moves may be unorthodox, Tim, but they are effective. He changes his height, he moves from side to side, throws punches from all angles.
Under a minute to go in round 2. Arguello blocking that last combination thrown from the outside by Pryor.
Pryor was able to punch without having to pay because Arguello was not countering.
And that is unusual for Arguello, known as an outstanding counterpuncher. Pryor standing there, they go toe-to-toe on the ropes. Under 30 seconds to go in the second round.
Tim, I can see that Pryor's weight is making a difference. He's keeping Arguello pinned to those ropes, and it's just those couple of extra pounds that's doing it.
Champion came in right at the limit, 140. Arguello at 138.5. Coming to the end of round number 2. Round number 3 against Pryor, quickly off his stool. Tim Ryan and Joe Clancy ringside at the Orange Bowl in Miami, the WBA Junior Welterweight Championship. Alexis Arguello, the quest for a 4th title, the first man in boxing history to achieve it. Aaron Pryor looking for respect and, of course, to retain his WBA Junior Welter crown.
Pryor lets those punches flow, Tim. They're just very, very fluid. Gets away 3-4 punches at a time.
Stanley Christodoulou warning Pryor for using his forearm to muscle Arguello back. Oh, a good right hand scored by Arguello.
All right, Tim, now those are the kind of right hands that when Arguello would land those kind of right hands against lightweights, you'd be looking on the canvas because that's where the guy would be. He's hitting a bigger guy now, Tim, and it just isn't as effective.
Pryor banging to the body, throws the left hook, bringing it up and down low. Third round action scheduled for 15. The judges are Ovi Ovesen from Denmark, Ken Morita from Japan. They will score the fight along with Stanley Christodoulou from Johannesburg, South Africa. Well, Gil, most observers felt that Pryor's best chance was early. We're in round 3. He has done awfully well early, but so far has been unable to punish Arguello to the point that he's knocked him down or had him in any serious trouble. But he has dominated. Pryor continues to dominate. Arguello backed up against the ropes over there.
There's that weight advantage again, Tim. That's what kept him against the ropes.
Pryor, a buzzsaw in there, can throw punches for 3 minutes of every round. Under a minute to go. Arguello a little short with that right hand. Pryor pulled away.
There's one of those unorthodox moves of Aaron Pryor. I think he just made it up then.
He scored a right uppercut inside. Pryor got himself underneath the top strand of the rope. Arguello tried to take advantage there, but Pryor's back away. Under 30 seconds to go. Round number 3.
I like the way Pryor changes his height. He moves that head. He gives you a very difficult target. To me, his biggest flaw is the fact that he keeps his chin up in the air, but he is a difficult target to hit. Side to side, moves that head.
Pryor has had his own way through round 3 as we come to the end of this third round. Now Arguello landed a left hand, but Pryor ducked under the right. There's a right hand scored by Arguello. Final seconds. Round number 4. Aaron Pryor in the black trunks That's Alexis Arguello in the blue velvet.
The referee came over and wiped the excessive grease off Aaron Pryor's face just at the bell to start this round.
Aaron Pryor off to a good, furious start as we expected, and we have scored the first 3 rounds to the champion.
Tim, the puzzle to me seems to be that usually as fighters get heavier, you know, the higher weight classes, they punch a little slower, but Pryor's hands seem to be so much faster than Arguello's. Arguello looks like he's punching in slow motion, especially with his left hook to the body.
Pryor scores a combination. Backs up Arguello to the ropes again. Arguello with a short right hand inside. Aaron Pryor was a lightweight who couldn't get fights in that division, moved up to 140, wound up winning the title, but he really is a natural lightweight, could train down to 135 without much problem, but he does carry this 140 very well indeed. Arguello stepping up in class in weight for the 4th time in his career.
There was an example where Pryor took a chance, left himself wide open, and Arguello didn't counter. He just doesn't seem to be the Alexis Arguello of old, or that we know and we've seen so many times. Reflexes seem slow tonight, Tim.
That's jab by Arguello, but unable to back up Pryor to any degree.
He has to try to slow up Pryor. He should be working underneath more, Tim. Pryor is just so much faster than he is. Outmaneuvering him and outspeeding him. Should be working to the body, Arguello.
Under a minute to go in the 4th round. 27-year-old Aaron Pryor.
Look at that, Tim. Threw a right-hand lead, left himself wide open, and Arguello just couldn't counter.
Swinging uppercut by Aaron Pryor, missing Arguello. A slow start indeed for Alexis Arguello, with the champion Aaron Pryor continuing to dominate the early going. We're in round 4. There have been no knockdowns thus far. Arguello staggered Pryor in the 1st round, and then Pryor had the lightweight champion Arguello in some trouble in the same round. Final second.
He's throwing up. Keep the pressure on. Pressure on.
We're in the corner of Arguello, who has yet to win a round as we see it. We called the 3rd round even, and the rest of them for Aaron Pryor.
Don't box him, you get the legs. Come on.
Round number 6. Pryor off the stool in a hurry.
Tim, in Arguello's corner, they were really rubbing his legs, really massaging his legs. I don't know whether he complained that his legs are tightening him up or whether they feel a little tired or whatever. But it's very unusual so early in a fight to have the seconds furiously massaging their legs the way they were doing with Arguello.
We'll be watching to see if perhaps he's cramping up or having some kind of problem. So far, as we see it, Aaron Pryor's had his way through 5 rounds. The champion defending his crown against Alexis Arguello. Most of the crowd here at the Orange Bowl pulling for their Latin hero, Alexis Arguello. Good contingent of Nicaraguans on hand, and of course the heavy Cuban population here in Miami.
All right, now Pryor is boxing an entirely different round. Now he's dancing, or at least he started dancing in the beginning of the round side to side. We said he's unpredictable. One round he may be chasing it, the next round he's dancing. Does it all. Or at least tries it all.
Well, again, we hearken back to the observations of most so-called experts who felt that Pryor's best chance to win this fight from Arguello and retain his title was to perhaps get Arguello early in the fight. But the longer it went, the more advantage would fall to Arguello. A good solid right hand by Pryor and a combination inside.
All right, that's the difference in a fight. Arguello landed a big right hand, didn't follow it up. Pryor landed a big right hand, hit him with 6 more clean punches.
And there is now a cut on the left corner of the left eye of Alexis Arguello from that last furious series of blows from the champion Pryor. And Stanley Christodoulou takes a quick look at it and elects to have the fighters go ahead without Summoning the doctor at this point.
Tim, the cut looks like it's in a very, very bad place. It's right below the eyebrow, and the blood could very easily flow into Arguello's eye, make it very difficult for him to see those right hands coming.
Under a minute to go in round 6. Right hand lead scored by Arguello.
First time that Arguello threw a left hook with real snap on it, Tim.
Pryor still the dominant figure from our point of view, mine at least, here in round number 6. Seems in control, very poised. Lands a right hand lead, backing up Arguello once more. More blood from that gash. Left hook by Arguello fell a little short, grazing the chin of Pryor as we come to the final second. In the 6th round.
I think the big story of this fight now is the fact that Arguello's punches have not bothered Pryor.
There's the bell ending round number 6, and we follow Alexis Arguello back to the corner, where Eddie Futch will get in there quickly with Don Kahn and take a look at that cut.
All right, here, Tim, there was one big right hand. Pryor stepped to the side, hit him with 3 or 4 more clean punches, and when the exchange was over, Arguello had a badly cut eye.
He's a blind man. He's blind man.
That cut that is over the left eyebrow, the corner of the left eye of Alexis Arguello. You can see it is just under the eyebrow, high on the eyelid.
Alexis, it was a deep cut, and the cornerman went to work immediately. Did it bother you, and what did they apply to that cut?
Well, thank God my corner was one of the greatest trainers, is Eddie Futch, and he worked pretty good in that cut. And it's amazing me as I'm a normal, my body is used to get cut. I don't bleed that much. Like other fighters, they bleed a lot, but that cut was good, big cut, but I was fine. I was feeling fine.
All right, the cornerman did an excellent job. Round 7 went fine. Now we're going to go back to Gil and Tim, and we're going to pick up the action in the Orange Bowl. Here is round 8.
Awaiting round 8, and Arguello's corner continues to do a good job in stopping the flow of blood from that cut.
Fight your fight. Use your boss.
Round number 8 for the WBA Junior Welterweight Championship of the World. Aaron Pryor in black, Alexis Arguello in blue.
In Pryor's corner, they really were bawling him out. They said, don't fight his fight, fight your fight. I don't know how much better a fight they expect Pryor to fight. To me, he's doing just a terrific job up to now.
Well, in round 7, that right hand by Arguello landed and wobbled him a little bit. Perhaps they got worried, but so far, as we continue to point out, he has been in control.
Tim, Arguello has landed some very, very solid right hands, and again, hitting lighter weight, guys would be looking at the canvas and the referee would be counting, but he really hasn't bothered Pryor that much, even with the solid punches.
Pryor threw a right hand lead and then just skipped under Arguello, and Arguello did not throw the counterpunch. Left jab by Arguello. Corner did a good job on Arguello's cut left eye between rounds, and there's Pryor jabbing effectively. The later rounds were supposed to be Arguello's in the view of most ringside experts.
Arguello appears to me to be just too tight, Tim. Whether it's the fact that he's fighting in front of his newly adopted hometown fans or whatever it is, he just isn't loose. He's not confident. He's not relaxed, and he hasn't been since the opening bell.
And oddly enough, before the fight, when I was in Pryor's dressing room, I thought that he was a little tense, a little tight. But he has been loose and relaxed throughout the first 7 rounds of this fight.
There's another one of Aaron Pryor's new moves. Arguello should be working that body overtime, Tim, to get himself back into this fight, and he just isn't. Every punch he throws now is a head punch. He's tried 2 more punches to the head.
Under a minute to go, round number 8. A low blow warning from Stanley Christodoulou as Arguello was low with the left hand. and then got a free shot with his right that scored. Right hand lead scored by Arguello.
There was a good solid body punch by Arguello.
Less than 30 seconds remaining in round 8. Right hand lead scored by Arguello. Pryor punched right back.
You know, Pryor learns from the other fighter. Arguello hit him a couple of body shots, so he went to the body.
Arguello jabbing effectively, lands another low blow, gets another warning. Final seconds of the 8th round. Right hand by Arguello.
Let's go to work now.
The champion Aaron Pryor looking ready for round 9 after a sudden rally by Alexis Arguello. He had a good 8th round, the best as we have judged it so far. Of course, the judges at ringside may see it differently, but I don't think anybody could dispute that Aaron Pryor, the champion, has been in control of the fight to this point. Again, Alexis Arguello is supposed to be favored if the fight went some distance. It's now into round number 9. Has not looked relaxed at any point, Gil. Hasn't had a chance to against the incessant assault by the champion Aaron Pryor.
Well, you think a fighter with all of his experience, you wouldn't think the pressure would bother him, Tim. Good right hand by Arguello. But apparently it has bothered. Maybe it's also the fact that he's going after that 4th world title that nobody in the boxing history has achieved.
He wants that badly for sure. And he picked a tough man to take it from, Aaron Pryor. Pryor dancing now here in the 9th round.
Tim Pryor is enjoying himself in that ring right now.
He has taken some good punches from Arguello, has not been severely damaged, wobbled a couple of times, but in no serious danger. There have been no knockdowns in the fight to this point.
Tim, they've done a great job on that cut, on Arguello's cut, because that is a very, very bad cut and in a very dangerous place. But they've done some job in that corner.
There is some swelling under the left eye of Arguello now.
Both fighters are starting to feel the pace, Tim. They both look like they've lost a little snap. And just as I said it, a big right hand by Arguello. And another one.
Trying to follow up Arguello on the attack. Again, Pryor, clear-eyed, quickly back into control. Arguello scored well late in the 8th round. And here in the 9th, starting to get some of those famous right hands in. Under a minute to go. Round 9.
Tim, where it's 1 punch by Arguello, it's 5 by Pryor. He's by far the busier of the 2 fighters.
Has been from the opening bell. Another right hand scored by Arguello. Toe-to-toe on the ropes. Now Pryor pulls away. A little more caution, and now he walks in and lands a good combination. Backing up Arguello.
There's again the difference, Tim. When Arguello lands a punch, it's 1. When Aaron hits you 1, he steps to the side and hits you 6 or 7 more.
Of the 9th round. Pryor scoring another combination inside.
Well, you know, when he stepped right in and he kind of shoved me to the side, kind of shoved my nickel a little bit to the side. But then, you know, I was so into the fight, and I didn't really get into him. I was into the fight.
Were you confident at this point? Now everyone says that the later we go, the more it favors Arguello.
Well, I was confident, but I was still worried about those next 5 rounds because I had watched Alexis, and I knew that Alexis is the type of fighter that he comes on those later rounds, and I was right. He came on.
He sure did. And now we're going to go back to the Orange Bowl for the start of round 11 and the conclusion of this fight.
Round number 11, and we spotted at ringside featherweight champion Eusebio Pedrosa standing up and showing punches to Alexis Arguello. Meanwhile, a slight delay as they mop up the water spilled in the corner of Aaron Pryor. So Pedrosa from Panama is obviously cheering for Alexis Arguello, his fellow Latin, and trying to give him some advice from about 6 rows back.
Tim, they gave Arguello a pretty good bath that round, too. Both fighters now have water in their hair, and you're going to see the water fly when the punches land.
We're in round number 11. Good solid right scored by Pryor inside. Just looks like Aaron Pryor does not have any serious respect for Arguello.
Well, Arguello is showing no imagination whatsoever, Tim. He hasn't tried anything differently. He hasn't tried going to the body. He hasn't tried, like, for example, throwing a right-hand lead to the body and hooking off it. He hasn't tried to open Pryor up. He's just marching around with his hands up, and Pryor is feinting him and beating him to the punch. And every once in a while, of course, Arguello will land a big right hand because he gets good positions. But he just, there it is, as I say it. But it just doesn't seem to be enough.
Backed up Pryor, but that's all. His eyes look clear. Got to be frustrating for Arguello to land those bombs and not inflict any more damage.
You'll see the difference. If Pryor lands a big right hand, there'll be 5 or 6 more punches behind it. That's been the big difference in the fight. Flurries by Pryor, 1 punch by Arguello.
Gildage expected to go this far. We're in round 11.
Now, Pryor has been a complete surprise to me, Tim. He's in superb condition. He's thinking all the time, good concentration, and moving those hands, which is the most important thing.
So he has grown and improved in his championship career.
Well, we've mentioned many a time before, just that feeling of being the champ seems to improve a fighter like maybe 20-25%.
Has defended his crown successfully 5 times since winning it from Antonio Cervantes in August of 1980 here on CBS. Alexis Arguello moving up in weight for the 4th time. Lands a solid right hand, and he did not even move Pryor back onto his heels.
Tim, he has him hurt. He has him hurt, but not that much. That punch would have put out any lightweight. Right on the button.
Under 30 seconds to go in round 11. Pryor just keeps punching right back. Another right hand scored by Arguello. They're standing flat-footed, toe-to-toe in the final seconds of the 11th round. Another big right hand by Arguello. Just missed with that one. And at the end of the 11th round, and Pryor just saying, okay, you landed, you sure didn't hurt me.
All right, let's do it.
Round number 12, Alexis Arguello and Aaron Pryor.
Tim, this is going to be an interesting round. Let's see how Pryor reacts. He's going to try to take the play right back away from Arguello. I know Pryor. He should let it all hang out now. If not, that means he's getting tired. He certainly got hit some bombs last round.
That hit some big bombs, but was not backed up by them, and continued to get right back into the fray. Nonetheless, I have scored rounds 10 and 11 for Arguello, with Pryor, obviously, as we have described throughout, in our judgment, still very much in command of the fight. This is round number 12. The judges are from Denmark, Japan, and the referee, Stanley Christodoulou, who will also score from South Africa.
Last round, Arguello landed a big right hand to the body, Tim, and that set up those punches to the chin. Now he forgot about the body again. He should be digging underneath. It will set up those punches on the chin. There goes Pryor underneath and on top.
Good combination that scored. Underneath and over. Still throwing punches. And a left and a right scored by Arguello. And another left jab.
Tim, that hurt Pryor, and it was set up by body punches by Arguello.
The difference to me in this fight from earlier fights with Pryor, though, is that he backed out of there, gathered himself, and didn't leave himself exposed to any further danger. He has matured as a champion and as a fighter.
Yes, he has, Ken. We mentioned his concentration has been terrific this fight.
Right hand to the ear, scored by Pryor. Landed that straight left as well.
Arguello is starting to get the range a little bit now, Tim. Again, he's punching a little bit more to the body, and it's making it a lot easier for him.
Under a minute to go in the 12th round. This is supposed to be Arguello's territory. As I have seen it on my card, he has won the last couple of rounds, but he was well behind early.
It's amazing how Pryor takes those shots on the chin.
Nobody has been down. We've seen a lot of the Arguello bombs land. Pryor, on the other hand, who has 29 knockouts and 31 victories, unbeaten, has failed to really hurt Arguello at any point with one clean shot. There's an uppercut scored.
This round, Pryor has just been pushing his punches, Tim. They haven't had any snap at all.
Final seconds of the 12th round. There's a good right hand and a left scored by Pryor.
Let's keep it stacking up. Come on.
The bell for round number 13, and neither fighter heard it immediately. The bell here is not one of the best we've seen around the country, and the fighters did not hear it. So they lost a couple of seconds, but they come out swinging. Toe-to-toe in the middle of the ring. Aaron Pryor and Alexis Arguello.
And here's Pryor backing him up. Here he's going to try to use that strength. Look, he's pushing him back.
Looks like he's pushing a blocking sled. A football blocking sled. Pryor pounding away, scoring inside.
Oh, he's muscling him, Tim. Muscling him. Using that strength.
Good start for Pryor, and there's a good right hand scored by Arguello. Pryor just walking in.
Pryor is hurt, Tim. He's in trouble.
Both fighters, perhaps a little arm worry from that last exchange. Right hand lead, landed on the chin of Arguello, not a whole lot on it from Pryor.
Arguello waits to counter, Tim. He just doesn't do anything to open up Pryor at all.
We're in the 13th round, scheduled for 15. A lot of people surprised that the fight is still underway.
I, for one.
Oh, a big right hand. Snap back the head of Pryor. That one wobbled him, but he's still on his feet. Arguello calmly after him. Now Pryor dancing, showing the jab.
Tim, I told you, Pryor likes it when he gets hit. Fights twice as hard.
These have been good point rounds, the late ones for Arguello, nonetheless. And it will be interesting to see how the judges see this fight.
Well, again, it's always one punch by Arguello, and then Pryor comes back with those flurries, Tim.
Arguello missed a big right hand. Got another low blow warning from Christodoulou a moment ago. Pryor, bundle of energy, non-stop action, and showing new poise and maturity and confidence. Under 30 seconds to go, round 13.
Very low blow by Arguello, very low. Arguello should certainly be more aggressive now, Tim.
I agree. Final seconds of the 13th round. He's got to be wondering what he can do to send Pryor to the canvas. Let's listen to Aaron Pryor's corner.
You did very good that round. Can you keep it up for 2 more rounds?
6 minutes and you champion still, but you got to win the round.
We got to win these 2 rounds the same way.
Got to win these 2 rounds.
Same way.
Okay?
Be smart out there.
All right, give him some water. Give him some water.
You're going to get him. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Here's your water.
Give me another thing.
Go right here.
Give me another bottle. The one I mix.
Yeah.
Okay?
Come on.
Come on. Come on. Got to win these 2 rounds, champ. All right, wait a minute. Here, 6 minutes. Got to win.
Now he's getting tired.
He's tired now.
He's putting up a block.
Okay?
Tired.
You got to punch back. Win these 2 last rounds. 6 minutes. You can fight for 6 minutes. We go all day in the gym. We go all day in the gym, all right? You work hard now, come on.
Round number 14, and we have ourselves the most interesting finish developing here. If the official judges' scorecards are anything like ours, all of a sudden Alexis Arguello, despite being unable to hurt seriously or knock down Aaron Pryor, has rallied well as we see it from the 10th round on. Pryor on our card won most of the early rounds. Good left and a right by Pryor. He slipped as he tried to follow up.
But again, there's the difference. He tries to follow up. When Arguello lands the big punch, he goes right back into that stance of his, and he doesn't try to open up Pryor and get him out of there. He's trying to do it with one punch.
You think he still believes that that's possible, the intelligent, thoughtful fighter Alexis Arguello, that he could still land one punch, and Pryor pounding away his glove at Arguello. He's got him in trouble. A right hand into the ropes. Arguello in trouble.
Well, we know Pryor's a great finisher when he gets you hurt.
Yes, he is. This one's going to be over. Arguello trying to survive on the ropes, and that's it. A knockout scored, and slowly Arguello sinking to the canvas. Arguello appeared to be out on his feet against the ropes. Aaron Pryor with a stunning 14th round knockout. And Alexis Arguello being attended to by referee Chris Dedillo and his handlers as he appeared to be out on the ropes. And Aaron Pryor, a great finisher when he saw that he had Arguello in trouble, pounded away, and Arguello standing gamely on his feet, unable to get his hands up. And finally Chris Dedillo, sensing that the injured fighter could do no more, stepped in between to stop the assault. And let's hope that Alexis Arguello is not seriously hurt. But Aaron Pryor, who as we saw it had the best of the early going, and then as Arguello appeared to rally back in the late rounds, however unable to move Pryor in any serious way, and then Pryor in the 14th round coming out like a tiger and scoring the knockout victory in the 14th round, defending his WBA junior welterweight crown.
That frightening picture, Alexis, what were you thinking about when your eyes were closed?
Brent, I was really thinking that I started thinking, why is the reason my arm and my leg was tired?
Now we're going to show...
Probably will be worse for the iron pressure of the fight.
Exactly. We're going to show the knockout again, Aaron, and you seem to seize the moment. You knew this was it. You closed in. Did you think he was hurt and that the referee, Chris Dedillo, should have jumped in here earlier at all?
Well, I didn't know he was hurt. Alexis held his composure too so well together until he backed up against the rope. He never backed it up off balance throughout the whole fight until that little segment there. And I wasn't for sure that he was hurt. And as I called him with 3 right hands, then I knew he was hurt. And then I was waiting on the referee. I think he could have jumped in like about now. Simply the reason why is that when you can hit a guy with 3 right hands, then, you know, he's a little bit off balance.
Well, of course, the other man who was in the ring, Chris Dedillo. Now, he lives in Johannesburg, South Africa. And yesterday, Chris Dedillo was asked about those final moments in the 14th round.
In the 14th round, Pryor caught Arguello with a good right-hand punch, which staggered Arguello. He backed up against the ropes. Pryor then came in with a barrage of shots. Something like 20 punches were thrown at him. Arguello was adequately able to defend himself, swaying back on the ropes. A lot of punches were missed. A lot of punches caught him on the gloves and on the arms. And some of the punches that did get through were telling punches, but the one that made me decide was a good damaging right hand to the chin. And immediately I noticed that Arguello lost neck muscle tone. I immediately jumped in and waved the fight over.
Alexis, we will show it one more time, and I have asked you this before. Should it have been stopped prior to the last few blows of the fight? Aaron says you camouflage, you show no pain throughout the fight.
Well, I was trying to protect myself at that moment, and I think the referee did a good job, and that's the reason we have a referee to protect us. And I think that with that punch he gave me, I went to the rope, and the last right hand that he hit me was the right moment to make the referee stop the fight.
Well, Christodoulou is keeping a very careful eye on your eyes. It was
Yes.
interesting what he said about your neck muscles. And then finally, when he sees that you are indeed
Right
completely
there.
helpless, I think everybody should keep in mind that by slowing this down, it looked somewhat more brutal than it really might have been. But almost everyone who saw the fight live came away that next day and said,
Right
I
there.
wish he had stopped it earlier. But there it is, and fortunately, Alexis, you are fine. There was a moment of humor a short time ago in the studio. Panama Lewis has moved in here alongside Aaron Pryor, and you had a question for him. What was the question for Panama, the cornerman?
Well, you know, he's a good trainer. I just wanted to find out what's the secret. And, you know, a lot of trainers has their own secret, and I want to know. I want to learn.
Well, the secret, let me take you back and refresh your memory. Let's listen to Panama Lewis, who was like a football coach in that corner. But then there was this very special bottle that he kept using. Let's go back to the tape.
Water.
I got it. You did very good that round. Can you keep it up for 2 more rounds?
6 minutes and you're champion still, but you gotta win the round.
We gotta win these 2
All right?
rounds the same
Gotta
way.
win these 2 rounds.
Same way. Be
Okay?
smart out there.
All right, give him some water. Give him some water.
You're gonna go. Let me take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Here's your water.
Give me another thing.
Go right there.
Give me another bottle. The one I mix.
Yeah.
Okay?
Come on.
Come on. Come on. I gotta win these 2 rounds, champ. All right, wait a minute. Here, 6 minutes. Gotta win.
Now he's getting tired. out
He's
there.
tired now.
He's putting up a block.
Okay?
Tired.
You got
Go to
to
work.
punch back. Win these 2 last rounds. 6 minutes. You can fight for 6 minutes. We go all day in the gym. We go all day in the gym, all right?
Panama, what was that secret mixture?
No, my fighter had a diarrhea the day before the fight. So from the water, from the thing, right? Anyhow, I decided was to mix Pryor water with the regular water, because I was giving him the regular water between the fights, between rounds, but he complaining that his bubbles like he wanted to move. So I said, well, let me mix the water.
No shot of cognac, Jack Daniels,
No,
anything like that for an extra spurt there at the end, Panama?
No. I have to say one thing. Alexis is a great champion. And one of those things that they hate to see somebody lose that fight, but the best man won that night.
Great fight. Aaron, would you give Alexis a rematch? Would you want to fight him again?
Yes, I think that, he deserves an opportunity to get another chance at the 4th world title, because it was such a great fight, and I think that, it'll be just superior to have it again, because he deserves a chance to get another shot at the 4th title.
Alexis, would you like to fight Aaron Pryor again?
Oh, yeah. But I really thank to Aaron to have that kind of opinion about me, and really think he's a great champion. I want the people give a good recognition, because he's a great champion. He proved it to November the 12th, and I'm ready at any time the promoter get together, and I think the people expecting the rematch.
Right. Alexis, finally, what happened to your lovely mustache?
I make a bet with my son AJ. The 1 week before the fight, he told me that he promised me that if I win the fight, he will get a good grade in the school. If I lose the fight, I shave my mustache. And to the day after the fight, he asked me, "Hey, Dad, you owe me something." I remember, okay, I shaved my mustache.
It was a marvelous event. Aaron Pryor, congratulations, and so too to the loser, Alexis Arguello.
Thank you.
And we will continue here on CBS Sports Saturday in just a moment.